Hello and welcome to the Experience Podcast. My name is Neil, and I am a multi-dimensional spiritual being that's having this human experience. And with me today is literally my brother, and his name is Dennis. Welcome, Dennis. And I invite you to introduce yourself, and we'll continue with what we have now.
Yeah, so my name is Dennis, as Neil said, and I'm here as a flash of light in a moment of time. And today we're going to talk about what it means to feel fully. So when you hear those two words, what do you think of? What can you tell me about feeling fully? Or tell them?
I love that. And I want to actually distinct what feeling fully is. So feeling fully is not always feeling happy or feeling joyous. Feeling fully involves feeling hurt and feeling disappointed and feeling things like that. When you accept and choose to feel fully, it is at that time that you choose to feel emotions that might not be the ones you would choose to experience. And so it involves feeling all your emotions. Feeling fully is exactly that. It's feeling. So when you say, "What do you think?" I say, "Ask a better question." And the better question is, "How do you feel?" And how I feel is present. How I feel is grounded. How I feel is blessed to be here with a stand of bamboo behind me. It's like freaking incredible. And feeling fully is opening up your heart, and feeling fully is removing all your judgment, and it's releasing it. Feeling fully is accepting the moment is perfect as it is, because how you feel in the moment is perfect. And the only way that you can then, like, basically, in order to heal it, you've got to feel it. So if you choose to just stuff it into your body or like mitigate it with food or whatever your choice is, it's going to show up again, so that you can feel it, so that you can then heal it. So feeling fully involves all of that. Feeling fully involves listening to more subtleties in your body. Feeling fully is it's not always like blaringly obvious. It can be subtle. Feeling fully is feeling your connection to nature, is feeling your connection to everyone. So feeling fully. What could you share your distinction of feeling fully?
Yeah, so as you were speaking, I know for me, like, there was a time when I didn't feel as like I felt, but it wasn't that I was feeling from a place of love. It was feeling from a place of ego, and from that place there was a lot of unworthiness, a lot of anger, resentment, um, and shame. Not as much shame, but yes, shame as well.
Sure.
Because I was ashamed that I didn't have more at the age of, at my age that I did. And and where I was at in my life. So there was shame built around that. So I see that there's two different distinctions in, at least in my life, for feeling. And the other one, the other place of feeling is from a place of love, knowing that God is love, knowing that God's got your back, that no matter what happens, that everything's going to be okay. It's this feeling of peace, harmony, love for everything and nothing at the same time, like Neil said. So, and it's really wild because this past, yesterday I had a pretty incredible moment where I felt more than I ever felt before.
Excellent. Can you hold that?
Yes.
And can we distinct feeling fully and then get back to what you were sharing?
I feel like I pretty much distinguished what I was going to say about it.
Sure. So,
Do you have something to add?
well, I really love that you brought up about the thing about how it's. How did you say it?
I feel like there's a feeling of coming from knowing
From love.
and then you got a feeling from the ego.
You can, and the ego would be fear-based, and so I loved how you distinguish that with when you're feeling fully, it's coming from a fear-based ego place, or it's coming from a love-based heart-based place. So I picked up on that, and I appreciated that. So.
You're welcome. So yes, and a lot of my life I didn't feel. I didn't feel from a place of love, I was feeling from a place of ego. And it almost led to my demise. And when I say my demise, I mean to the destruction of what you see appearing in this physical form as Dennis. And so, you know, a lot of how I felt in the past was from what you just described, from the ego. So,
can you go more into the significance of how you felt and what that experience was like for you and how it came about?
so yesterday there was a big shift that I had in feeling fully, and it wasn't just yesterday, but I felt it like building, and but it was a big moment for me. I went back to a time in my childhood where I was bullied, and I had a lot of anger and resentment and unworthiness, timidity, no confidence. A lot of these emotions I had, and also shutting off my heart from any love, receiving any love from the outside. But I had built up these walls around me. And last night, someone here in the village helped me go through a process known as a breakthrough, or at least I'm not sure which one. It was both for me. And we went back, and she took me through these memories, and you know, God showed up, and now the dentist that you see speaking here went back and talked to that little boy. And when I say God showed up, I'm talking that God showed up in that scene, in that memory from when I was a child. And, you know, he spoke the truth, as well as Dennis that you see here, 35 years old, went back to that 10-year-old boy that was timid, afraid, weak, that had built up this shell around his heart, and he spoke the truth to the young 10-year-old boy. So, and it was a very, very powerful moment. Like, I had never in my life had I experienced the presence of God to such a degree that I did last night, and even today. was going, and you know, in my frontal lobe, and just yeah. So it's been, and something I want to add to that is if you've ever watched that movie called Equals, it's a sci-fi movie based in the future. If you've ever watched that movie, I feel like the character that just dropped the pill that I'll just show her a little bit, but go ahead and watch the movie if you find it inspired to do so. But the character, the main character, drops the pill and he breaks it on the floor, and this pill is to totally make society not feel. And I feel like all my life I haven't really been feeling until just these last couple months. So that's all I got, Neil.
That's beautiful. I love it. So what is different from now you feeling? What do you perceive as changed or updated or new?
So what changed is that little boy's perspective on himself. The little boy that's in here, when I went back to that little boy last night, that 10-year-old boy, and I told him the truth, and God showed up and he also told that little 10-year-old boy the truth, that was a change. Because my ego is hanging on to those memories so that the ego can protect itself and keep on creating the fucking stupid ass lie that it's been creating all this time.
And what was the truth?
The truth is that Dennis is worthy of love, that Dennis is loved, that Dennis has God's back, and he always has. Like, I just didn't see it. And you know, so that's the truth. And Dennis has a voice. His voice matters.
Matter. Solid matter.
You know, Dennis, voice, matter. So voice is a creation of matter. So it's like, if you have an equation, you can visualize voice equals matter. That's the creation process right there. That's the formula.
It's first we have a thought, we think of something, and then we feel what that thought provokes a feeling in us. So you perceive this new house as in a thought, and then you feel what it feels like to be in this new home because you pictured it, so you feel a certain way from the picture you illuminated. After that, action steps are required. So now you take action. First you had the thought, then you had the feeling from the thought. Now you're taking the action from the feeling. And then once all that action has been implemented, you have the result, and you have your fruit from your thought. So it's your thought, your feelings, and then your actions, and then your results. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you for creating
Exactly.
beautiful things.
Stay blessed, stay multi-dimensional, and continue infinitely experiencing.